Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're going deep on YouTube. Not just, watching videos, but how creators are actually building businesses there.
Exactly.
Forget just uploading and hoping. We're looking at the real strategies people use to make, well, a sustainable income.
Yeah, this is really for anyone who's curious. Maybe you're a creator, maybe you're thinking about it, or maybe you're just interested in like the whole creator economy thing.
Right.
We've waded through quite a bit of material financial guides, creator experiences to kind of pull out the key stuff for you.
Yeah, we've got stuff from Investopedia, ProfileTree giving that, bigger picture view. And then we've tapped into a Reddit thread, too, for some real talk from actual YouTubers.
It's the ground truth.
Plus, official info from YouTube itself and platforms like Fourthwall talking about the different ways to actually earn money.
So our mission, really, is to filter all that down. How do people really make money on YouTube? What are the big challenges?
And what different ways are they piecing together an income? Often pretty clever ways, too.
Definitely. So ready to jump in.
Let's do it. Okay,
Yeah.
First things first. If you want to earn money, you have to get into the YouTube Partner Program, the YPSP. Is that right?
That's pretty much step one, yeah. It's like the gateway to monetization.
Okay, and getting through that gateway, I hear it's not trivial. What are the requirements?
No, they're significant. Based on our sources, you need 1,000 subscribers. That's the first bit.
Okay, 1,000 subs.
And then you need either 4,000 valid public watch hours in the past 12 months.
4,000 hours. Wow.
Or, and this is more recent, 10 million valid public shorts views in the last 90 days.
10 million. Okay, so they're really pushing shorts, too. Those numbers show it's definitely a commitment.
It really does. It's not just casual posting if monetization's the goal.
So once you actually manage to hit those numbers and get accepted, what does being in the YPP actually give you?
Well, the big one is access to monetization tools. Ads, mostly, which we'll get into.
Yeah.
But it's also things like content protection tools, think Content ID, and importantly, access to creator support from YouTube.
Ah, okay. So help if things go wrong.
Yeah, which can be pretty valuable when you're navigating everything.
Okay, so you're in. Let's talk money. The classic way. Ads. The ones we see before, during, sometimes after videos.
Yep, ads have been the cornerstone since way back in 2007 when the partner program really kicked off with revenue sharing.
So how does it work? Ads play, creators get paid.
Pretty much. If you're in the YPP, you earn a share of the revenue when ads are shown on your long-form videos, and also now in the shorts feed between shorts.
And the split. Is it fair? I heard YouTube takes a cut, obviously.
They do. Investopedia mentions the typical split is around 55% for the creator and 45% for YouTube.
Okay, 55%. So potentially decent money if you have the views.
Absolutely. For channels with big, engaged audiences, ad revenue can be substantial.
But there's always a but. You
Yeah.
can't just upload anything, right? There are rules about content for advertisers.
Exactly. You have to follow YouTube's advertising guidelines. They need to keep advertisers happy, so things like excessive foul language, adult content, violence, controversial issues, that stuff can limit or even stop ads running on your videos entirely. Demonetization.
Right, which brings up the adpocalypse. That sounds dramatic. What was that?
It was pretty disruptive. There were periods where major advertisers pulled their budgets from YouTube because they were worried their ads were showing up next to, well, problematic content.
Ouch. So creator income just plummeted.
For many, yes. It really highlighted how dependent creators could be on advertiser mood, essentially.
So how do creators deal with that risk? Just make super bland content.
Well, not necessarily bland, but many definitely focus more on making brand-safe content, trying to avoid those sensitive topics to keep the ad revenue more stable.
Makes sense.
Some also use settings to limit types of ads, which might allow some monetization on borderline content, but probably at lower rates.
Okay. Now I hear terms like CPM and eCPM thrown around. What do those actually mean for a creator's wallet?
Right. So CPM is cost per mil or cost per 1,000 impressions. That's what advertisers pay to show their ad 1,000 times.
Okay.
But what the creator actually sees is more related to eCPM, effective CPM. That accounts for the fact that not every single view of your video gets an ad.
So only monetized views count towards your earnings.
Precisely. And the eCPM reflects your share of the revenue from those monetized views. So your total views might be high, but your monetized views and therefore your ad earnings could be lower.
Okay, that's a really crucial difference. So ads are central, but relying only on them seems, well, risky, given the adpocalypse and demonetization fears.
You nailed it. Smart creators know they need to diversify, and luckily YouTube has built out more ways to do that.
Okay, like what I know about YouTube Premium, the ad-free version. How do creators earn from that?
Yeah, so when a YouTube Premium subscriber watches your content, you get a portion of their subscription fee. It's based on how much watch time your channel gets from all Premium members.
Interesting. So you still earn something even from viewers who skip ads.
Exactly, it taps into that audience segment.
What about things like Super Chat or Super Thanks? I see those pop up sometimes.
Yeah, those are direct fan funding tools. Super Chat lets viewers pay to highlight their message in a live stream chat.
Ah, so they stand out.
Right. And Super Thanks is for regular video uploads viewers can pay to get a colorful animated comment to show appreciation. Super Stickers are similar for live chat. And there are also gifts for vertical live streams.
So fans paying creators directly, that feels more stable maybe.
It can be, yeah. It builds on that direct relationship.
I also see that join button a lot, channel memberships.
Yep. That allows fans to pay a monthly fee for special perks. Things like members-only videos, custom badges next to their name, special emojis.
So building a core community of paying supporters.
Exactly. It creates a recurring revenue stream, which is great for predictability.
Makes sense. Okay, what about like physical stuff? Merch seems huge.
Oh, absolutely massive for many. YouTube lets eligible creators link to their own merch store, selling things like t-shirts, mugs, whatever.
Do creators have to handle all printing and shipping? That sounds like a headache.
Often, no. Platforms like Fourthwall, Printful, Teespring can integrate and handle all the production, fulfillment, customer service. It makes it way easier.
Like Ryan Katuji, the kids channel. Didn't he launch a whole toy line?
Exactly. Ryan's World is a prime example. Huge business built off the back of the channel.
Yeah.
Shows the potential.
Wow. Okay, what about working with brands, not just running their ads? Sponsorships.
Yes, brand sponsorships or influencer marketing. Companies pay creators directly to feature their product or service in a video.
Like an endorsement deal.
Pretty much. These can be very lucrative, especially for channels with influence in a specific niche. Think Michelle Phan's early work with Lancome. That was ages ago, but showed the power.
Right.
And YouTube even has a platform called Brand Connect now to help creators and brands find each other.
So proactive deal making.
Mm.
Okay. What about non-physical products? Digital stuff.
Yeah, that's another big area. Selling things like ebooks, online courses, maybe video editing presets, templates.
Things you create once and can sell many times.
Ideally, yeah. Platforms like Fourthwall, Gumroad, Etsy are popular for this. It can be quite high margin and potentially lean towards passive income.
Ah, passive income, the dream. Are there other ways creators aim for that?
Well, passive is maybe a spectrum, but yeah. Licensing your content, video clips, music can earn royalties. Marketplaces like Storyblocks or Epidemic Sound facilitate that.
So others pay to use your footage or music.
Right. Also, things like long-term affiliate marketing deals where you get a commission for sales via your links. Once the link is there, it can keep earning.
Okay.
And some build paid online communities or sell access to pre-recorded virtual events. Lots of different models emerging.
Man, it's way more complex than I thought. So many potential income streams.
But I bet it's not all easy money. What are the big challenges creators talk about?
Oh, definitely not easy. A huge one is income instability. Your earnings can swing wildly month to month.
Yeah, I saw that on the Reddit thread. People saying playing finances is tough. Exactly. Creators like Maxwell Cypher, KCC YouTube, they talked about that unpredictability. It makes budgeting really hard.
And tied into that must be the YouTube algorithm, right? The mysterious force that controls views.
Absolutely. The algorithm changes constantly and often without warning, it feels like. And those changes can kill your reach overnight.
Oof.
We saw comments about that too. Gaming Reviews YT mentioned a 90% earnings drop after a change. Kente talked about how illogical it can feel. It's a constant source of stress trying to keep up.
A 90% drop. Wow. I can't imagine. So how do you even cope with that?
Well, a key strategy mentioned is content adaptation. You have to watch your analytics like a hawk, see what's working, what the audience responds to, and be willing to pivot. Don't get too stuck in one format if the platform winds change.
Right, got to be flexible.
Yeah.
What about just the sheer work involved? It looks like fun, but...
It's a ton of work. Many treat it as more than a full-time job. Filming, editing, planning, promoting, engaging with comments.
Yeah, someone on Reddit, Ryan Macbeth, estimated like an hour of work for every minute of video in his niche.
Exactly. And that grind leads to another big issue, burnout. The pressure to constantly create, to feed the algorithm, it's intense. Creative blocks happen. People just get exhausted.
Yeah, I can see that. And you're doing all this work in a space with what, millions of other videos?
Billions, probably. The competition is fierce. Just getting noticed, getting discovered is a massive hurdle.
So how do you stand out?
Well, SEO optimization is crucial. Using the right keywords and titles, descriptions, tags so people can find you via search. Good thumbnails are vital too, gotta catch the eye. Playlists help keep people watching.
Okay, so technical stuff matters. We mentioned demonetization before. That sounds like a constant threat, too.
It really is. YouTube can pull ads from videos or whole channels for guideline violations, sometimes unexpectedly. Ryan Macbeth mentioned gun channels facing this, even if they were just reviewing or discussing safely.
Yeah, that just pulls the rug out from under you.
Totally. Which, again, emphasizes why diversification is so important. Don't put all your eggs in the ad revenue basket. Build those other streams, merch, memberships, whatever.
Makes sense. What about the long haul? Can channels last forever?
That's a good question. One Reddit user, Esax, pointed out that most channels have a life cycle. They grow, maybe plateau, maybe fade. Not many grow indefinitely.
So you need a plan for that.
Yeah, focusing on evergreen content is one strategy people mention. Stuff that stays relevant over time, not just chasing trends. That can provide income longer term. But even that needs updating.
It also sounds like even though you're your own boss, you're kind of working for the algorithm or the audience.
That's a really common feeling, yeah. Several Redditors mentioned it, feeling beholden to viewer demands and algorithm wins to keep the views coming. It's a weird kind of freedom.
All right. How do you manage that feeling?
Building a genuine connection helps. Really engaging with your audience in comments, live streams, community posts. That fosters loyalty that might survive algorithm shifts, as Seven Boats Academy suggested. That's audience engagement.
And then there's the boring stuff, like taxes.
Yeah. Can't forget those. Being self-employed means dealing with income tax, state tax, self-employment tax for Social Security and Medicare. It's complex, needs proper planning.
Definitely adds another layer. And finally, the platform itself. You don't own YouTube. Is there a risk of just losing your channel?
There is. It's rare for huge channels, maybe, but channels can get taken down for policy strikes. Sometimes disputes are difficult. It's precarious. Again, highlights the risk of having everything tied to one platform you don't control.
Wow. Okay, so it's definitely a minefield. But people are succeeding. Beyond what we've covered, what are some other key things successful creators seem to do?
Well, consistency is huge. Regularly uploading quality content keeps viewers coming back, signals activity to YouTube. That came up a lot.
Right, got to feed the beast.
And building a brand beyond YouTube, using the channel as a springboard for other things, merch, courses, maybe even traditional media, that creates resilience.
Can you give a couple more examples like Mr. Beast?
Mr. Beast is fascinating. Huge views mean huge ad revenue, obviously, but also massive sponsorships, a big merch operation, and crucially, he reinvests a lot back into making bigger, crazier videos. It's a cycle.
Okay. And MKBHD, the tech reviewer.
Marquise Brownlee, yeah. His success is built on super high-quality, trustworthy tech reviews. That consistency and quality built a loyal audience and attracts premium sponsors alongside ad revenue. It's about authority in his niche.
Those are great examples of different paths.
Yeah.
If someone listening wants to learn more, where should they go? Are there official resources?
Definitely. The YouTube Creator Academy is the place to start. It's free, run by YouTube, full of guides and courses on everything from filming basics to monetization strategies.
Okay, Creator Academy, good tip.
Yeah, sources like Investopedia and ProfileTree both point to it as a key resource.
Got it. Now, stepping back a bit, what's the bigger picture here? What's the actual economic impact of this whole YouTube creator thing?
It's pretty staggering, actually. YouTube shared some stats for 2022. In the U.S. alone, the creator ecosystem contributed over $35 billion to GDP.
Billion. With a B.
Yep. And supported the equivalent of over 390,000 full-time jobs.
Wow.
And it's global. Over 16,000 crores INR to India's GDP, supporting 750,000 jobs there, over 5.5 billion in the EU. And they paid out over $70 billion to creators, artists, media companies in the 3 years before January 2024.
Those numbers are huge. It's not just a hobby, it's a significant economic force.
It really is.
Okay, so wrapping this up, it's clear earning on YouTube is, well, complicated. Lots of ways to make money beyond just ads, which is good.
Yeah, tons of options, but also, clearly, tons of challenges. Instability, algorithm woes, burnout. It takes serious work and constant adaptation.
Diversifying income seems absolutely critical for anyone trying to make it sustainable long-term, and really understanding the platform.
Couldn't agree more.
And we should remember, while we hear about the Mr. Beasts earning millions, The reality for most creators, based on those Reddit threads and other sources, is likely much, much less, and often unpredictable.
That's a crucial dose of reality, yes.
So that leaves us with a final thought for you, the listener. Thinking about how fast online platforms change and how the creator economy keeps evolving. What new ways to earn money might pop up for creators in the next few years? What totally new business models might we see?
And maybe how can creators start thinking now about future-proofing their income, making themselves less vulnerable to the next algorithm shift or platform change? Something to chew on. We definitely encourage you to check out the resources mentioned and keep watching the space. It's constantly changing.